What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we have more combine results and more specifically the linebackers. And this is huge this year
Yes.
for us in the draft because we didn't have good linebackers really to begin with, and basically they're all gone or going to be gone in free agency. So linebackers, we're going to get some in free agency, I'm assuming, but the draft is where it can really change. So Craig, we're going to talk about linebackers. We've also got a good article from Pride of Detroit. Again, they do such a great job. They broke down some of the guys that we could possibly see, right? They don't just give you all 62 linebackers available. These are about the 4 or 5 that we can see. So Craig, just early thoughts as I pull this up, linebacker, what you'd like to see, some things that you saw from the combine.
Yeah, I'd like to see us get at least 2 linebackers, period, in this offseason, whether it's 2 in the draft or going out and getting a linebacker. I mean, I know we probably end up needing more, but I want to see 2 starter quality linebackers coming in. And so, like when I look at this and I look at these linebackers, you realize it's a decent linebacking core, but you probably aren't seeing quite the numbers that you were hoping to see when you were looking at some of the times and things like that. There are some players that stuck out to me and some players that seem to struggle. And this, unlike the other one, I have some disagreements with this article. So I'm kind of excited to get in and talk about it. And the first one up there is Damani Clark. Like, I don't know. You've had a chance to look at this. Where are you at with him? Do you feel like this is solid? Like, where are you at with him? 6 foot 2.5, 240, 5.6 40-yard dash. I know it's 5.6, 4.57, 4.6 ish. Where are you at with this guy?
Yeah, like you just said, I would have loved to seen somebody really pop off and be, run a really great 40 or something that we could just really get excited about. And they make a good point here. Damani Clark, nothing really jumps out at you. So, but also it's not like, oh, this guy's trash. I mean, we need linebackers. We need young linebackers. So
yes,
I wouldn't hate if we took him, but like to your overall point, it was a little disappointing just from a team that needs linebackers desperately that, because we did a wide receiver video and all of a sudden it seemed like every wide receiver looks amazing. It's like, yes,
wide receivers dominated the combine.
And it just felt so good. So in this, Damani Clark's a perfect example. You can see some of his times, not terrible, not great. And then anything else on Damani Clark on your end?
Yes, I have some stuff. So here's the thing with Damani Clark. His numbers were okay. Like, he was in top 10 in pretty much every category. Nothing jumped off the page. You see that RAS score down there of a 9.74. That's really good. Like, that's a good RAS score, which I'm trying to figure out how it's so high. And I think part of that is that the linebackers didn't test quite as well this year in comparison. But here's what I will say. I don't think the tape matches for him. It doesn't look like he has that sideline to sideline speed. He runs super upright when you watch him run. And he has a tendency to either get locked onto blocks, or the big thing for me, deer in the headlights. As soon as the ball snapped, it's just, I'm going to stand and wait for the play to come to me. Not a good thing. Like, he does read the play well, but it doesn't seem like he's quick on it. I'm not a huge fan of him, to be honest. I'm really not.
Okay. No, and that's fair. And that's what, people watching want to kind of know, just like, are we in or out on these guys? That's one we're kind of out.
Again, I am. For
he's
sure.
there at the right time. Then absolutely.
Oh, here's a guy we're in on.
Yes. Christian
Look at that
Harris.
40.
Yep. Here's a good 40. Here's a guy that, again, just an Alabama guy. So, I mean, it's at that point now, like, for real. Alabama's been so good for so long, recruit the best. Like, that's just means something, like, because we were talking about different, the wide receiver from a small school, North Dakota State. But there's just some like, okay, I just feel good about this from the beginning. LSU, any of these bigger schools now, because it's just really that separation of athlete. It's just like, okay, I feel good about Alabama. So anyway, Christian Harris, love this 40, love a little faster. He's not as big, but that's okay. I mean, we all know the league is trending towards speed. So I like Christian Harris. Your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I love this guy. Not super tall, but he is quick to the ball, good explosion. I mean, like, first step speed. reads the play well. And this is a guy who's shooting up draft boards. And here's the thing that I am worried about. I'm worried he has now, with recent trends and this pro day, I'm worried that he's shot so far up that he no longer is mock draftable at 32. To the Lions. I'm worried that he's just going to be off the board. I think he's leapfrogged, and I think he's in play for linebacker 1 off the board. I really do. So as much as I love him, I don't think that he's going to stick around.
Oh man. As the more we look into this and dig into this, it's like that pick 32 and 34 is like, it's like, I try not to be too dramatic about it, but isn't that just seem like the franchise turning moment of this rebuild? Because hey, number 2, you can pick against 3 guys and it doesn't matter. It's all going to be fine. But man, are we going to go linebacker receiver there? Are we going to go receiver,
are we going to still have a safety that we need? Safety? Like, what does it look like? It's so nuts. Are we going to even go DN there? Like, right. I don't really see it, but it's very possible. And we'll talk about some of those going forward.
But yes,
but here's a guy. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Devin Lloyd. It's something that in the comments we get a lot of. I've just noticed Devin Lloyd. What's
Devin Lloyd? Devin Lloyd.
We should get him. So he was like, oh man, this dude's like top 15, top 20. Just basically, he's not going to be there.
LB1.
Yep.
For a lot of people, him and Najobe Dean, they were LB1.
Yeah. So just the fact that he didn't do super well. Now, it's just interesting how, hey, he didn't do well. Hey, that's good for us. We now he's kind of dropping. Maybe he's end of first round, early second. So again, he's not one that you're like, oh, I don't want him. I'm in for him because we can take him later. He's not a number 2 overall pick, but we can take him later on. How about you?
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think his film, he plays faster than what he ran. Now, he's got a little hitch in his giddy up, but here's the thing about Devin Lloyd. He has good ball skills. You see him on plays where most guys are batting balls down, and he finds ways to get interceptions. He is the guy who there's no hesitation. When the ball is snapped, he's quick to read if it's a run or pass. He's downhill and he is making plays. It was the exact opposite of what I saw with Damani Clark. I mean, it's the exact opposite in that. So even though they ran a similar time, Lloyd was a little bit slower. I think his on-field speed is faster. I also noticed that Utah did a lot of stuff with him. They would line him up at DN. They would put him at linebacker. They would have him drop almost like a Tampa 2 where he's back playing 15 yards, in the pass. Like, he did everything when he was at Utah, and he did that because he was the best player on their defense. So I really like the football intangibles that he brings, even if he doesn't bring elite speed at the linebacker position.
That's right. Versatility and speed is probably the top 2. Like you said, if you can be versatile, maybe you don't have the top end speed, I'm still good with it. And then the other one, Craig, that we kind of got our eye on is Chad Muma, Wyoming. And just kind of a small school fan favorite type of, it even says fan favorite for Lions, but ran pretty slow.
Nice.
Ran pretty slow. Anything you want to add on him?
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking he was going to be a guy that maybe you took at 32, and I think he's 34, and I think he's trending more toward a guy that might be around at 66. So, he could still be there. I think what you're seeing now is what is the importance between just the raw athleticism and what's the football brain? Like, you want a good combo, of course. I also think a huge takeaway on this is every Georgia linebacker is here. So there's like 3 or 4 Georgia linebackers that you could take. And Dean didn't even do a lot. I don't think he ran the 40, whatever. Anyways, it is what it is. I would have liked to see what he ran, but when you don't run it, that makes me wonder why. Chad Muma, it doesn't change what I thought about him. If you asked me what he'd run, I'd say about a 4.6. That's what he ran. And honestly, it's pretty good. He ran faster than Devin Lloyd. Are you kidding me? Like, that's not bad, but he is kind of what we thought he was. So where's that football brain?
Yep. And that's where I think overall the linebacker is semi deep in that I don't think you can be in the 5th round goofing around, but I think we can be 3rd and 4th round on some of these guys, which would be, yeah, you give me one of these Georgia linebackers in the 4th round, or even in the 3rd round. It's like, hey, love it. And like you said, I'm good with doubling up on linebacker. I think we need to get more linebackers, obviously. So I'm good with drafting them too.
I think what this tells me too is we need to look into Troy Anderson more. I think down there at Montana State, maybe we had the wrong small school middle linebacker, right? I mean, this guy is over 240 and he ran the fastest 40, right? Is like 4.41. That's insane to me at 243. So maybe we need to look at him and see is that a project? Is that more like a Brooks thing like that we had last year, and see what happens? Maybe he's a later round. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he looks like, but I'm going to look into it because that's some eye-popping speed for that size.
Yeah, Troy, I love it. You're right. Massive. You get the size and the speed. And yeah, I'd love to know some other things about him. You're right. We'll dig into him and see what's up. But hey, for now, we definitely have linebackers in the draft that we can use to improve our team. No doubt about it. So that's the encouraging side. And like you said, we'll do some more work on Troy Anderson and just trying to see what else is going on out there. If you like this video, please subscribe. That just means that you're going to get notified of our latest videos, and we're going to be doing draft stuff, free agent stuff, all the way into the new year. And hopefully it's a better year than last year, and it starts in this off season. That's right, babe. So hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.